The beginning of the school year means the start of VSU's theater and dance performance season, beginning with the show She Kills Monsters. But things are happening a bit different this year. Due to COVID-19, the department had to make some drastic changes to their productions and viewing of the show, which is now being filmed for viewing.
And so that creates its own unique challenges. And if I was working a fight in a standard show, we would go and we would drill that fight over and over and over and over, but doing it to make sure that we could repeat it every single night. To do it in this kind of context, we just have to be able to make sure we hit it once.
Anderson says what makes the show more challenging for the stage actors is having to adapt to on-camera acting.
Film and television acting is not an actor's medium, it's a director's and editor's medium. So there's a lot more control for us in that moment, because if an actor misses something, we can go back and say, do that again, and then we can pick and choose which take we want to take.
We have to dance in 10-foot squares, and that's it. We can't go across, we can't leave the square. And I don't know if you've ever seen a dance class, but we normally go across the floor and we move all over the room.
The beginning of the school year means the start of VSU's theater and dance performance season, beginning with the show She Kills Monsters. But things are happening a bit different this year. As the holiday season is approaching, so is Valdosta High School's Drama Department annual fundraiser show, Broadway Backwards, which will be happening right here. But things will be happening a bit different this season. McKaylee Cooper, the president of the Drama Club, is glad to be back on stage working on the upcoming show, Broadway Backwards.
So guys are going to go out and pick songs that are traditionally sung by women, and women are going to go out and pick songs that are traditionally sung by men, and we're going to perform them. And we were trying to decide if we're going to have any dialogue in it, but it's kind of looking like a no. But we are going to allow duets, trios.
With the pandemic still affecting many of the drama club's performances, drama teacher and director Ricardo Ipina is doing everything to keep his students and theater goers safe.
Have everybody come into the theater and sit like a regular audience with social distancing, and we'll be on the stage. That's enough distance for us to do whatever we need to do, I think. And it's a big enough space that no one will be real close to each other.
Even though the drama club is facing many challenges, Ms. Cooper still has hope for the club and a passion for acting.
I just get to be so close with everybody, and I get to make something that I'm proud of. I know that I spent hours and hours and hours preparing for this and building things for this and getting things together for this and putting my tears into it. And it's just such a good time to see everything come together at the end and know that you actually worked on it.
Show dates are December 3rd and 4th, and the time is still to be determined. I'm Brooke Mindel, and you're watching VSU TV. It's officially election season in the United States of America. Americans across the U.S. are preparing to cast their vote for next president. But for many of us, this will be our first general election. Jalen Smith, a sophomore at Valdosta State University, is excited to be a first-time voter in the 2020 election.
It was absolutely exciting. I voted early, I was an old person, so I didn't have to stand in line. I went and I voted early, but it was very, very exciting, and I'm excited to see what happens.
Chloe Mulgrew, a sophomore at Valdosta State University, has learned some new things about politics since voting for the first time in the general election.
Something that I learned from voting for the first time in the presidential election was that you're not just voting for one of the two presidents, you're also voting for people and colleagues under them.
Smith has also been involved with VSU's Blaze the Ballot, which not only promotes students to register to vote, but also helps them understand the process of the election.
The ballot is was an initiative started by the Office of Student Diversity and Inclusion in I believe it was the spring semester of 2019, to really educate students about voting, not just about voting and not just to register students to vote, but to actually encourage them and empower them to understand the democratic process.
Election Day is November 3rd, and make sure you're registered to vote. Reporting live from VSU TV, I'm Brooke Mindel.